Welcome to Park Bench Interviews, hosted by Randy Goodman, Harvey Callis Real Estate, your real estate professional. Get to know our community, our businesses, products, and services that will elevate your life. Please welcome your hostess, Randy Goodman.
Hey everybody, it's Randy Goodman here from Harvey Callis Real Estate, and I am thrilled to be interviewing Jennifer Ettinger, who is a fitness and wellness expert and owns a social PR agency called Pink Dreams, and I can't wait to hear all about it. And Jennifer, thanks for being on with me.
Randy, thank you. And cheers to you, as I shared with you off camera. You got me up bright and early today. And I love it. And I love that I said, Randy, I don't have my sense of order today with my workout before the call. And you said, Jennifer, you can just realign everything for the rest of the day. And so thank you for your pearls of wisdom this morning.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, right? We don't have to miss out on anything. But
that's right.
I'm super excited to be here with you and to learn all about you. So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about what you do and what you're so passionate about.
Sure. So I call myself a holistic girl that lives in an entertainment and social media world. And how that came to be is when we hear that quote that there's a storm before the rainbow. Many years ago, I was bedridden with a chronic illness. I was bedridden for about a year.
Wow.
In my life, I've been diagnosed respectfully with lupus, RA, Graves' disease, fibromyalgia, RA, arthritis. And I was in bed, bedridden with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia for about a year.
Wow.
And it was during that time, Randy, where I realized I needed to find other modalities. Traditional medicine absolutely serves its place, but I felt I needed more. And then I started to research holistic practices.
Right.
What does that mean to me? That means meditation. It means better eating. It means movement of the body. It means just really understanding and it being at peace with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the impetus for me to create many moons ago, Fit Your Style, which is my fitness and wellness company. I've been an entrepreneur in that business for 16 years.
Wow.
And then I fell into social media about 8 years ago as a social media correspondent in Los Angeles. One post changed my life.
Wow.
And at that point, now it's been almost 4 years, I own a social PR agency called Pink Dreams, Inc.
Nice. I love it. What
Thank
was
you.
that one post?
I was going to California, and my hashtag and my belief system is Pink Dreams, which I can explain if you like, but there's meaning to it other than the love of pink, which is the first day, people, I don't have pink on. So I just want to say, it's because it was the 9 a.m. start, Randy.
That being your brand.
Anyway, I digress. I posted Pink Dreams, who do I want to meet in California? And it was a supervisor of an entertainment show. And I was on very important to share, a social community on Facebook where we collectively were working and supporting a show for fun, for the love of the show. He said, let's meet. He gave me a tour of an entertainment show. And at the end of the tour, I was invited to become a commentator and start working the red carpet. So that post changed my life.
Wow. Wow. That's phenomenal. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Pink Dreams.
Sure. So Pink Dreams actually stands for Pink is purpose. I is integrity. N is, are you keeping yourself as an entrepreneur newsworthy? K is karma and kindness, because I really believe that's the energy that has the power in the world for evoking change. D is determination. R is your reputation. E is the level of excellence that you work at when, I like to say, whatever that means to you, right? DREA. A is athlete. So thinking like an athlete, because we know in our entrepreneurial journey, it's ebb and flows. And so the athlete mindset is, for me, when I'm on the ground and I have scabbed knees and I'm bleeding because I'm in a rough stage, that I'm going to crawl to that finish line. So thinking like an athlete. M is my mantras and belief system. And if I put all of that together, it equals Pink Dream success for us.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. You should share that.
People really think it's just the color, right? And I do love the color. And interesting enough, Randy, I do have a private studio that I've owned in Aurora, home studio for in Aurora now, it's been 13 years, 13 years. And the color pink that I had chosen for my studio, unbeknownst to me, is the specific shade for women in weight loss and the sister color to love. And I did have an idea intuitively, but I didn't know that at the time.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. So, going back, way back, I mean, you told us a little bit about your journey, but going back a little farther, like even from school, is this something you always studied? Is this something you always wanted to do? Tell us a little bit about that.
Not at all. So the fun part is I figured out a way to bring all my education in. So I have an undergraduate degree and a graduate degree. I studied at Cleveland State University for a year when I was on a wait list for the Fashion Institute of Technology. I then moved to Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, where I have an undergrad in visual merchandising, so visual display window design.
Right. Yeah.
My bachelor's is in restoration museum studies, and my master is in museum studies, connoisseurship of 18th and 19th century decorative art. So I
Wow.
was trained to be a curator, and I did work in that profession.
Okay.
I worked for Sotheby's. I interned for Sotheby's in Toronto, and then when I fell in love with a Canadian and moved to Canada, I wound up getting my dream job in Yorkville at Sotheby's Toronto.
Okay.
But it was at that point that I became ill. So I had to let all of that go. And it was then the creation of Fit Your Style actually means, another fun fact that most people don't know is FIT is FIT for New York City. The style is my undergrad that I built into my fitness program, and you're finding your own way of what works best for you. So, and fit for fitness as I became a certified personal trainer.
Right.
So in Fit Your Style, my company, body image is very important. So I adapted my undergrad and understanding a woman's silhouette into the work that I do to help her drive her confidence and be at peace with the body she was born in.
Wow.
My museum studies component actually came in when I wrote my book, Find Your Inner Goddess, because of my love for history of goddesses. And so within the book, the workbook, there are goddess mantras and images of goddesses. So I did find an indirect way of pulling in my education to the programming that I offer.
I love that. Like everything that you do has so much meaning behind just the word.
Thank you.
And you really never know from somebody whether it's just pink dreams,
Right.
right? Or whether the P has meaning and the I has meaning, etc. It's like I love to learn that stuff because it just makes it mean so much more.
And thank you for asking me,
Yeah.
because I don't get a chance to talk about it a lot.
Yeah, it really has a solid meaning to it where it could resonate with a lot of people, rather than just resonating with pink.
Yeah, it's my life journey, Randy. It's my life journey from the wellness component of things and my education component, and then Pink Dreams, the agency, is also the components that I had to learn as an entrepreneur and pull in. And so, don't even ask. Like, Pink Dreams came to me, I think, in like the middle of the night in 2013 or something. Like, I don't even know where it came from.
Right.
But it's just stuck this entire time, and I'm glad because it embodies truly who I am as a person.
I love that, and it's brilliant. So
Thank you.
It hits on many different levels.
Thank
So
you.
tell us more about the PR agency. Like, tell us, what do
so
you do?
So it actually became, I had to grow up and be a big girl on the Canadian side with social media.
No.
Yeah, I did for legal reasons. So I was doing a lot of work in the US as a social media correspondent, and collaboration. So what that means is being on the carpet or working for various entertainment outlets or just supporting their communities, and so what that means is what you see from a television host, I do with, ta-da, just this.
Really?
So there's no bells and whistles,
Right.
there's no production crew. It's really organic. And my mentor really drove us to understand that anything that I did on the red carpet was through Fit Your Style's perspective.
Right.
So I was never fed anything, which is so beautiful. Like, it's always been my world, my pink bubble that I've been able to project on my questions on the red carpet.
Wow.
And so what started to occur is people in Canada started to see the work that I was doing in the US, And then I needed to become a big girl and create a proper agency so that I could service properly and professionally people of interest on the Canadian side. And so Pink Dreams is multifaceted. So it's also my professional speaking. I have an incredible team of social media correspondents. Let me get this correct, in Canada, through across the United States and into Europe. So
Nice.
then when I'm working with larger brands and they want to have their voice amplified,
Right.
and through organic, again, everybody has their own skill sets. We come together and unite over a common hashtag or a common cause. And then in addition to that, I work as a social media correspondent independently for various outlets and for companies. And then lastly, as a social PR strategist, just simply behind the scenes, helping create social media strategy for your campaigns and for your accounts.
Okay, perfect. So who would be the ideal client? Like who should reach out to you? Because it sounds like it could be right across the board, but I want to know exactly who are you looking to work with?
And thank you for that, because I had someone the other day, I've been doing a lot of, on the business side, I call them discovery calls. And on that
Yes.
side, I've had people say, well, I was almost like uncomfortable to reach out to you because you work with very large companies
Mhm.
and like, I'm embarrassed. Like, can I
Isn't
talk
it
with you? And
lonely?
I'm like, oh, please give me, like, I'm an entrepreneur. I never want to lose sight of my fellow entrepreneurs. So
Right.
to answer that question, I have created, especially during COVID and the
Mhm.
sensitivity of where we're at and the reality now, this new reality,
Yes.
I have modified programming so that even in my holistic side, things can start at $47 all the way up to several thousand of dollars per month
Right. Right.
based on who you are, what your needs are. So there is, I have put a lot of effort into making sure that I hope have created attainable programming for startup entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
seasoned entrepreneurs, up to large brands.
I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that. And thank you for doing that because, and it's so true because we get a perception of somebody,
Hmm.
especially when they're being professional, right?
Yes, yes.
And I find everything you do is very professional.
Thank you.
But there's a perception that comes with that. And the perception would be exactly what you just said. You might have that solo entrepreneur or the smaller entrepreneur who says, wow, Jennifer's going to be too big for me. She's not going to want to talk to me. I won't be able to afford her. All those negative and self-doubting types of thoughts that we tend to have.
Yes,
So I love that you have created programs and also that you're so excited to express that you do want to support your fellow entrepreneurs, so don't be afraid to reach out to you and that you do have programs that can be affordable. And there's entrepreneurs that will be able to afford the thousands and thousands a month, right?
exactly,
But
exactly. And pun
they're different
intended, it's
levels.
designed to fit your style.
And
Oh.
I love it.
And
I
what I
love
love is like I'm working with a lot of smaller to mid entrepreneurs right now, and I have to tell you, the biggest joy I receive, I receive joy on all levels
Mhm.
of everyone I'm working with, but what I'm seeing is that shift during challenging times. And there's one particular client, she is on fire. Something finally just went like this. She's open to receive. She's implementing what we have worked on together. I am not here to tell people what to do.
Right.
That's not my thing. I'm here
Yeah.
to guide and mentor.
Mhm.
But it's just such a beautiful thing to witness, is her blossoming and growing. It's just the coolest thing ever.
And I call that, and I'm always mentioning it, but I call that mental income
Oh, I
because
like that.
it makes you feel good,
It
right?
does.
Yeah.
My
And
endorphins are on. They're high.
so I love that mental income. So, you know, you're so amazing in all the business world, but also you like to give back. That's very important to you as well. Can you tell us a little bit about how you give back?
Sure. So my belief system is the more you receive, the more you give, and the more you give, the more you receive. So as of late, I've been doing a lot of conferences for entrepreneurs, complimentary conferences where I'm offering a good chunk of time in terms of guidance during what we're going through right now.
Where do we find those?
Oh, I'll have to send you the list. There's been a lot of them lately.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
And it's
Tap
bringing
into those.
joy. Again, it's bringing that mental income of joy to be able to get the feedback after. And then, so that's happening from the business side. And then also offering a complimentary half hour to anyone that wants to talk, that has questions on their holistic side or social PR side. And then in terms of the community, right now, the most recent that I've worked on or supported is St. Jude's Hospital.
Nice.
And then there is I'll look for the underdogs. So of course, like something like powerful, like St. Jude's for helping children, that's a no-brainer to me. But then I look for the little underdogs on social media that, like, more power to them. You are saving those little dogs in Tennessee and you're trying to get food to do this incredible thing. So you know what? I got your back, girl. I want to help, right? So because I'm an underdog. I believe I'm an underdog. So I like to just look in the community of how I can serve, and either if it's financial, if it's through being an MC. Shine Through the Rain is another great one that I like to support as well. There's so many, right? Like
nice.
I didn't put together a comprehensive list, but I do believe as an entrepreneur, this is the most important part, that we have a responsibility as entrepreneurs to give back to our communities, because it's our communities that are keeping that synergistic flow of our services going. And it's the most beautiful way we can honor and give back.
I love that. I love that. Thank you.
Sure.
Do you have any tips or suggestions for our audience? It can be personal or professional, whatever you're feeling right now.
I always like to say for entrepreneurs, be aware, but don't compare. We get so caught up sometimes, and it's just no matter where we are in our journey of like, oh my goodness, well, so-and-so's doing this and, you know, I got to keep up. No, just take a breath. Take a breath. You have your own secret sauce. You have so much beautiful things to offer. Just take a breath and get your clarity so that you can move forward, and people that are supposed to find you will find you, and it will be a joy for you to be able to work with them. So just be aware, but don't compare.
I love that. I love that. And you're so right. So many people do. They, it's like trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yes.
And we're never going to keep up with the Joneses without having a detriment to ourselves. So,
that's right.
You're only in competition with yourself, right?
Yes. I like to joke that I stay in my pink bubble. Like,
right.
I really prefer my pink bubble. It's a safe space, and I don't like to judge, but I just don't like to get caught up in that kind of stuff. I just need to stay focused. And in order for me to stay focused and be externally successful, I need to stay in my pink bubble.
I hear you. I hear you. Love it. So Jennifer, if somebody wants to reach out to you or work with you, what's the best way to contact you?
Sure. So you can go to www.jenniferettinger.com. There's pinkdreams.com in terms of the social agency. And I am Fit Your Style on Instagram, Fit Your Style on my personal Facebook, or the professional is Jennifer Ettinger at Fit Your Style, and Twitter is Fit Your Style.
Love it. So we're going to have all those links for you guys on the page so that you have many different ways of connecting with Jennifer. And please do, because she's such a lovely lady. And thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing with us.
You have been a dear friend, and I thank you because you've always been so supportive of my journey. So thank you, Randy.
My pleasure.
Thank you for listening to this interview hosted by Randy Goodman. We hope you will take action and connect with the incredible business people and leaders in our community. And remember, Randy is always here to answer any questions you have regarding your real estate needs. Be sure to register on the website and stay up to date on what's happening in your area at parkbench.com/millpond.